item. So it's like you'll always see Athena almost every single game. So it doesn't matter if it's in your side or enemy side. So this is a really good item to have. So moving on, Black Ice Shield. Black Ice Shield is it's a breakup item. I think it's in the C tier. It's really good because it's the breakup item of Dominance Ice. I'll talk about it later. Never mind, I'll talk about it now. Dominance Ice, S tier weapon. You always need to get this. What Dominance Ice does is it works similar to Sea Halberd. It reduces enemies healing. It reduces enemies healing, and it reduces enemies attack speed. So it's also almost a must item every game. So Black Ice reduces enemies attack speed. So it's like a breakup item of Dominance, but both of these items are actually really good. So I'm gonna put it in S tier and I'm gonna put it in the C tier. C tier doesn't mean it's bad. It's because this is the breakup item, so it's actually really good in the early game in the C tier list. So moving on to next. Blade Armor. Blade Armor, straight up physical defense. I think it's a B tier item because you don't buy it every single game and it depends on what hero you use as well. Most likely are tanks and fighters. It gives you 90% crit damage reduction, and whenever you strike by a basic attack and deals physical attack equal to 30% of incoming damage back to the attacker. So basically just reflect your damage. So if the NM does a big chunk of damage to you, it reflects. That's all. So moving on to next, Brute Force Breastplate. This is a A tier weapon. So what this weapon does, okay, I'm gonna talk about stats first because the stats that this item offers is also an important part. So I'm not gonna talk about every equipment, but I'm gonna talk about some that are kind of useful. So it offers HP, physical defense, but the good thing is it also offers cooldown reduction. This is why I think this weapon deserves in the A tier. Cause the unique passive, what this unique passive does is every second after dealing damage, you get 6 extra adaptive attack and 2% extra movement speed that can be stacked up to 6 stacks. So if you have full stacks, you would have 36 adaptive attack and 12% movement damage. So for some high mobility fighters or assassin, this is a really good item to have. And you also gain 15% extra control duration reduction. So it reduces your time getting stunned by a little. So that's just a bonus. So it's a really good item to have. Brute Force Breastplate. Next is Curse Helmet. Survivability, lane clearing. Good item, but not a must. Not the best. Yeah, just a decent item. So what this item does, it offers you a lot of HP. I think it's the reason why people still buy this is just because it offers a lot of HP and a bit of magic defense. What it does is it deals 1.2% total HP magic damage to nearby enemy, nearby your hero, as it means. And basically that's all. You just use it to kill minions most of the time. You can't use this to kill heroes, it's impossible. But yeah, B tier. So Dreadnought Armor. So I think this is a B tier breakup item. This is like a must buy item where you're going to build. I think, okay, fine, I'm gonna leave it in the C tier. But this is a really good startup item because it's the breakup item of brute force, right? Anti-Q, sorry. It's a startup item of anti-Q. Sorry, I messed up. There was too many equipment. Sorry, guys. Okay, so what it does is, so same thing. It reduces the attacker's physical damage by 4% for 2 seconds and stacks up to 3. So even in the early game, you can have 12%. Like you can reduce your attacker's physical damage by 12%. So that's actually a lot. And it offers a bit of defense item, so it's a good item to have in the early game. So Dreadnought Armor. Guardian Helmet, A tier. You don't buy it always, but it's a